Gala coin price check, the potential effects of dying in Gala Games Mirandus, a quick look at the progress of Dawn of Fire, Champions Arena, the alpha is live on PC and mobile, a new Superior map, a quick look at some Last Expedition third person, some cool news from Gala Film, and having a little chat about Townstar's Mayhem, which is upon us. What's going on, folks? You're here chilling with Real Satoshi Aoki, bringing you a Gala Games video every single week. We cover Gala coin, Gala news, everything you need to know. If not only you invest in Gala, you're investing in Gala, or you're thinking about getting into the space, I am just a passionate gamer, so there is going to be some natural bias towards the gaming component of Gala Games, but I'll be covering film and music as well. On top of all of that, folks, I'd like to disclose that I am a node holder, an NFT holder, and I do hold Gala coin, and I am a holder for the long term. However, I will try and be as unbiased as I can with the news and how I represent this project in these videos. So if you enjoy anything related to Gala, guys, make sure you like. If you enjoyed the video today, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And please do remember, these videos are not financial advice, and I am your financial advisor. Now, what on earth is going on with this Gala coin price? Rank 143 at the moment, sitting just under 4 cents at 0.03712971, down 3.5% for the last 24 hours. Guys, it kind of just seems like Gala is just not able to break that 4 cent resistance. Can Gala coin ever break that 4 cent? 80 cents seems like so far away. But folks, let me just remind you again, like I kind of do every single week. The fundamentals for Gala have never been stronger, in a similar way to how those of us who are longer term investors in BTC, myself included, we focus on the adoption of BTC, the value in the tech, the utility. Are people using it? What are the facts and information saying? All right, they are suggesting that people are using BTC more. And honestly, I'm not comparing Gala to BTC, but I do see Gala as definitely being one of the most affluent tokens, at least in the blockchain gaming space. But it is far riskier and certainly makes up a lot less of my portfolio when I do compare it to BTC. That all being said, folks, I'm personally not really interested in those short-term gains, okay? Sure, we might see a 2 or 3 or 4% up or down from week to week, day to day at the moment, but BTC at the moment, for the most part, is in quite a stage of consolidation, and it seems like it might be that way for some time. When that's happening, guys, altcoins do tend to suffer, okay? For Gala really to rise in price, I think we really need to see BTC just finally break through that $30,000 level, and hopefully there isn't a black swan event that occurs before that. But I'd love to know your thoughts on that. And if we check out the weekly, the 2 weekly, the monthly, and the yearly chart here, guys, look, it's not looking good. For the year, down 74%, for the month, down 10.5%, for the fortnight, down 15.6%, for the 7-day, down 5.9%, and for the last hour, down 0.3%. But again, from December 28, 2020, over 2 years ago, guys, 27,456.84%. We are still up, so never forget that all-time low, guys. And as we can see here on Wednesday, the 19th of April, we had a high. We actually almost got to 5 cents, guys, okay? Not that long ago, a couple weeks ago there, more or less, okay? But then after that, we just kind of just broke down. You know, we broke down. We tried to fight it on the following day there, reached a high again, a 484, but then we just went cascading down. On Sunday, the 23rd of April, we got up to around 4184, but again, just got knocked back and rejected. Another attempt was made here on Thursday, the 27th of April, but again, rejected from that same 0.04142600 level. And after that, folks, that eventually got us to the low where we are today.
Dying in this game is different than other games. Dying in this game is very meaningful. It has huge penalties associated with it. We're going to take a ton, not a ton, but, you know, a painful amount of experience points away from you. So the world is very dangerous, and by having death be meaningful, it just changes the experience completely.
Wow. Yeah. And I mean, so in terms of players who may not log in every day, do their assets like depreciate or deplete in sort of robustness over time, or what does that look like? I mean, given the stakes that you just conveyed there, if I, step away from like my WoW game for a while, like a lot of stuff can change, right? Or some of my friends play Arc and like their games can change a lot without them being there. So they feel a pressure to always kind of be online as much as possible. Is that the case with Mirandus as well?
I'm not sure I would say that. I mean, there's always going to be players who are super engaged. They're hyper engaged. They just never leave the monitor and they're there all the time. But I think there's certainly room for players to come in and play more casually and explore and see the world and discover secrets for themselves. But our players too have, when we were envisioning Mirandus, they didn't want to just run around and kill stuff too. They really love the idea that we're trying to simulate this medieval fantasy world. They want to gather in the tavern and play games. They want to harvest crops and animals and create food. They want to run an inn where the players sleep. They want to go deep on economic control. We have players who bought up most of our dwarves, and they really want to own the mines and strip them of all their iron and kind of control the steel in the game, which is really cool. So we're kind of a sandbox MMO in that regard. There's not a lot of rules, I would say. The more rules you put in a game, it actually doesn't make it more fun. It makes it less fun. So we're repealing those rules and essentially setting the stage, and what players do with it is what they're going to do with it. But
let me know in the comments, guys, what you think about that little interview there. What do I personally think? I love the idea that dying has a penalty. It definitely makes things a lot more intense, all right? And I also love the game that it's going to be more directed, at least for the meantime, at a more sandbox MMO RPG style, okay? Because it simply means that, again, having those set of rules, I do agree with McCarthy. It's going to make things less fun. It's going to make things, I guess, more of like a narrated kind of like campaign experience, if it were to be that way, which I'm personally not on board with. I just want to, be one of those dwarves that goes to the mines and owns the mines. And funnily enough, he said that because I actually do own a lot of actual dwarf exemplar NFT. So I'm personally liking the direction of where it's going by what he's saying, but would love to know your take. And taking a quick look here at Dawn of Fire, guys, what do you reckon? I've got to be honest, this looks absolutely awesome. I think the graphics for the stage that they're at look really, really cool. I think there are a few YouTubers that actually here, well, Classy Games right here, it's just said, reminds me of Dark Souls. Now, I've only played Dark Souls a little bit, but I know that there are a lot of fanatics for Dark Souls out there, and it is an absolutely epic, engaging experience for a game. And look, I've got to say, guys, this is just another one coming that we've just forgotten about under the belt for Gala Games. So really, really excited to see how this one develops through 2023, looking at a release in 2024, which is super duper exciting. And the RPG, Champions Arena, is going to be live on mobile. And this is absolutely fantastic because let's face it, for a game to go absolutely viral, it's pretty important. Games like PUBG, you can have it on PUBG Mobile, It's important that you can play them on a PC, especially an RPG like Champions Arena. As for the actual game itself, guys, I have actually streamed Champions Arena a couple of times on my YouTube channel in the past. Now, what do I think of the game? Look, it's kind of like a bit like Axie Infinity, but the cinematics, guys, if you've played it, just absolutely fantastic. The graphics look so good. The gameplay is really, really smooth considering the actual version that was available to play. And overall, I've got to say, I'm really impressed with it, what they've done, the developers here. I think they've done some really great work so far. Character development is really, really cool, and it's awesome. The only downside is I didn't really get to experience what the true PvP against another actual player was like, instead of actually playing against a bot. So I would have really liked to experience that to really get that intense feeling. It was kind of just either like really, really easy to get a victory or just really, really hard because, the enemy was just too high level. Okay, but, definitely promising for the future. Another little negative, I guess, is like the RPG space is just so saturated in Web 2 and Web 3 already. So, are they going to be able to do enough to really stand out from the crowd? Only time will tell, but definitely they're on a pretty good path, I think. And Superior, guys, you know that I absolutely love the game Superior. It does have a new map, so if we do just have a look here, looks like it's in some kind of like secret laboratory in some mountainous regions with some cool buildings, nice color schemes, guys. And God, I just love Superior, the development guys. Just the whole lore and the story and just the gameplay. It's really, really great. And the team at Drifter there is doing some fantastic and phenomenal work, guys. So, you know, Superior is one of those ones that's always fallen under the radar, but like expect big things from them and expect some more Superior streaming, hopefully soon on my channel. And just looking at some impromptu playtest today from Last Expedition. Now, I'm not actually 100% sure if you can actually choose to play in third person versus first person. If you could, then that would be pretty cool, right? It'd be similar to kind of like PUBG, how you can go third person versus first person. Of course, there's kind of like advantages to playing in third person because you kind of creep and look around like trees and like benches and walls and things like that a little bit easier instead of first person. So, you know, it might be cool if they actually have like different modes, but have a look at the flora and the maps and the grass and the aliens and the development and like the wilderness. And guys, this is so far off full completion, but I gotta say, you know, Last Expedition, arguably the #1 game that I'm really excited to play. I guess the downside of Last Expedition, it seems like a pretty close-knit community in terms of the fact that, you know, so far you've needed to have like a node or known someone that needs to have like a server to actually get on and play, and that kind of sucks because, you know, I love to play. I'm super passionate about the genre and blockchain gaming and gaming in general and this game style. Okay, survival, PvP, PvE, but I don't know anyone, and I just can't hop on and you know, afford to play, you know. So I really do hope that they're thinking about that free-to-play element for this game, because if they do, you know, the sky's honestly the limit with this kind of game that has developers from Halo. And guys, Gala Films are making waves. Okay, we're gonna get a bit more into Gala Films as kind of the weeks come on, but they're no joke, guys. Mina Savari, who will be playing the fierce Detective Thompson in our upcoming series RZR. Now, I don't know a lot about the series, but it looks okay, guys. And, you know, she might not be the absolute most famous actor in the world, but you might remember her from shows and movies such as American Beauty, American Reunion, American Pie, guys, an absolute classic, Loser in the year 2000, What Lies Below, and Sugar and Spice. So all in all, it's really great to just see that Gala Film, again, they're making waves, and they're bringing in serious actors, guys, you know, so really excited about that one. I was kind of skeptical in the beginning, but you know, they got some people working behind the scenes doing some really cool stuff. And to finish off today's video, guys, talking a little bit about Townstar and Mayhem for 2023. So I think, look, it's a little bit undeniable that the Town coin was an absolute flop, and they had an absolute train wreck of a start, okay, to this game. But since then, they have made significant efforts and communications to actually repair the damage that has been done. All right. A lot of damage to investors and things like that. A lot of people lost hope and left, you know, a lot of the community was upset. And look, I do genuinely think that a lot of that was actually swept under the rug, and probably a lot of the situation in terms of just, you know, making good or making the community whole could have been handled a little bit better earlier on. They had like that trade bot package, which I was also one of those people that actually received them, which is going to be worth quite a bit of money and probably going to be pretty good utility going forward, earning some Gala now instead of Town, which I believe has been made redundant in the future. Now, I'm not exactly sure if there is a concrete date on when the actual play to earn will be implemented back into Townstar, but there are a lot of rewards that you are going to be able to earn in May. Now, guys, things have changed over the years, and there are a lot more games that are getting more heavily involved, and not just Townstar in 2023's Mayhem. Okay, we got Spider Tanks, Champions Arena, Grit, Echoes of the Empire, Mirandus, Meow Match, Dragon Strike, guys, Superior, Legends Reborn, Last Expedition, The Walking Dead Empires, Vox, Poker Go Play, Embrace the Mayhem. Look, there is a lot going on, and that's a great thing to see in just a very short period of time, being just a couple of years. Townstar is kicking off Mayhem right with a highly anticipated launch of the new game on the Godot engine. So yeah, in a nutshell, guys, you know, if you're not already involved in Gala games and you want to get involved, guys, it's free to sign up. There will be an affiliate link at the very top of the description of this video. Make sure you do it, guys, because look, there's a lot of opportunities to potentially get some free token. I'm not sure if you're going to get Gala or any particular token or anything like that, but hey, you know, it's worth having a go and checking out these games anyway, especially if you're a gamer, because you're going to get in on the ground floor and just kind of see what's going on. So folks, that's all for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you just take a moment to like the video, because I really would appreciate that. Comment and let me know what parts of the video you enjoyed today. Subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you next Tuesday, guys, for the next week's video. Take care now.